And joining us now with his take on Jazz Fest is the man who knows all about music in this town, music writer Keith Spera with The Advocate. Thanks for coming in. First of all, the only surprise, to me at least, was the Katy Perry announcement.
That was the bombshell, and I think Quint loved the fact that that one was kept secret. You know, everybody kind of knew the Rolling Stones thing was going to happen, but nobody saw Katy Perry coming, partly because she's not the kind of artist that normally plays a festival. She has a huge production with lots of lights and color. So for her to perform on a stripped-down stage at the festival is something totally different for her.
And you know, and while everybody's glad the Rolling Stones are coming here, it's been kind of controversial about how they did it. The brass pass, you know, changed the days and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it was a tricky thing, and you know, when you're trying to slide in an act of that size and that magnitude into the festival, some things are going to go not the way you want. The interesting thing, 2 points about it. Stones haven't played New Orleans since the early 90s, so it's been more than 20 years.
Right.
So any Rolling Stones show in New Orleans is a big deal.
Plus, all the other shows are sold out.
Everything else sold out. The other interesting thing that I learned at the press conference, too, is that if you have a brass pass, if you bought a brass pass, you can buy a Rolling Stones day ticket. They're going to reserve one ticket per brass pass to purchase. So you still have to purchase. It doesn't get you in free, but you can buy it. So they're trying to make some accommodations for folks that have it.
And the ticket for that special Rolling Stones Thursday are going to be $185.
Correct. So it's going to be, you know, basically double what a normal Jazz Fest gate ticket is. Which, you know, what the Rolling Stones are probably getting paid to play at Jazz Fest, they have to make up that difference somewhere. Compared to what you're going to pay to see Rolling Stones in a lot of other places, it's not a bad ticket price.
And I didn't hear all of Quint's news conference, but are they going to limit the amount of people that come in that day?
The way he put it was they're going to limit the number of tickets sold to the amount that can, quote, fit comfortably in front of the Acura stage. So yeah, they know they can't sell 200,000 tickets or 150,000 tickets to that day. He didn't say what that number is, but for the first time, I think possibly ever, they're going to cap the number of tickets sold for a day at Jazz Fest.
Also, at 5 o'clock or whenever the Stones are going to come on, I mean, all the other stages will be closed down and it'll be just the Stones because that's part of their contract.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody that's on the fairgrounds is going to basically head over to the Acura stage to see the Rolling Stones. And there have been some massive crowds there. Yeah, obviously for Elton John, it was huge. Simon and Garfunkel a few years back. Yeah, this will be a big one, so I don't know what their number is. I'd be curious to know what they think can fit comfortably there. But yeah, the spotlight will be on the Rolling Stones at the end of that Thursday.
And any other things that pop out to you? I'm glad they're having tributes to some of the late great artists here in town.
Yeah, that's a really good thing to do. I mean, you want to, on your 50th anniversary, you want to look back. You want to kind of look at where you've come from as you move into the future. You know, really, it's a solid Jazz Fest lineup. But once you get past Rolling Stones and Katy Perry, I mean, it's a lot of the artists you expect to see.
Yeah.
They've never had Bob Seger. He's been on the short list. He's supposed to retire from touring, so the fact they got him was great. Chris Stapleton, one of the biggest guys in country, that's a great thing.
We'll look at some of the ones, yeah.
Yeah, Pitbull, you know, couldn't get here because of the weather with his plane last year, so he's going to do a makeup date. Ciara, you know, as far as a big R&B act. So yeah, it's a solid Jazz Fest lineup with the Stones and Katy Perry as the sort of cherry on top.
All right. We appreciate that, Keith. It's going to be a good Jazz Fest year, I think.
It's going to be 8 days.
It's going to be a big one.
It's 8 days. It's like all the Saints home games compressed into 11 days.
There you go.
That's basically what it is.
All right, Keith. Thank you very much. It was